Thanks for tuning in this evening. Welcome to Kitchen Chat, proudly sponsored by Bridges Biochemicals. As ever, I am your host, Michael Knowles. Joining me in the studio are our resident experts, Gary Charles and Bryan Bridges, both esteemed and impartial. Guys, tonight we're going to tackle an interesting little conundrum. It's a video sent in by @Craig5. Before I play it, I'll just read out his message. He says, "Hi guys, I'm hoping you can help. My parents have gone away on holiday for the week. As we've just sold the kitchen robot, who normally takes care of the tidying up and cleaning, I'm now in charge of keeping the house tidy, but I'm a bit stuck. I found this bowl in the kitchen, which has this weird shape on its surface. Kind of don't know what to do. Is there something wrong with this water?" I'll just play his video now so you can see the bowl in question. And I'll just read you the rest of his message. He says, "Am I right in thinking that a piece of cutlery has been dropped in there? Not going to lie, this bowl is freaking me out. The water inside looks kind of disgusting, like it will give me a disease or something. But I've run out of cutlery, so I'm desperate." And then he ends the message with 2 exclamation marks. So then, chaps, what are we thinking? What do we make of this bowl?
Well, like you say...
In fact, shall I play it from the start again?
Please, Michael.
Can I just say that 2 exclamation marks is very serious, Michael? And I can certainly see why he put them there. Do
you want to tackle it first then, Gary?
Well, I think what's happened...
Bearing in mind, this is in his application form, he disclosed that he was a 20-year-old who has never done the washing up before.
Never done washing up before.
And he's in desperate need of some cutlery. Can you give him a crumb of hope, Gary? What do you make of this situation?
I mean, look, I'm no spoon expert, but you can quite clearly see the outline of a spoon here.
You're certain it's a spoon, then?
I think quite categorically we can see here that if I can just... Thanks to my drawing.
What an artist.
So now we've established that it's a spoon. What do you think has happened here, Gary?
Well, if I can just rewind it...
How would you analyse it?
This silver bowl, let me just make it clear. Now, like you say, his family have sold their washing up robot.
That's correct, Gary.
In that case, this silver bowl, to me at least, has become a kind of makeshift washing up bowl, I think. That's what I'd say first.
Okay, so how would you...
It's only natural in this situation to display a bit of, a lax kitchen attitude. I would definitely make that point here.
So what would be your advice to Craig?
It actually reminds me of a time when I really got into espressos a few years back, actually. I'm not into them now, but me and the missus had just bought a new coffee table. And to be fair, I had completely forgotten to use coasters for the espressos, which you don't want to do.
Right.
And I left the espresso mug on the coffee table, It was so small that I didn't think it would leave a ring, but it did. It was only a small ring, to be fair. But my point is that I had got lax.
And so how would you then advise Craig?
And the missus was fuming, to be fair.
So if we can just for a moment focus on what can be done to solve this situation, what would be your take?
If I can give my take on it, Michael.
Okay.
But I was just...
what's happened here is that this individual has basically not been on the same page as his family members when it comes to doing the washing up. I think I can say that categorically.
Right.
I mean, Craig, was that his name?
That's correct.
Craig, we've all been there. If you've ever had the kind of housemates I had when I was younger, when I was studying, I mean, they used to bring in a whole family tree of flies to the messes they left in the kitchen. Then you'll know that the kitchen can be a bit of a tricky place to navigate. My personal take, if I can just get rid of that.
Okay.
No, I'm not knocking your artistic effort, Gary. But if we focus on this brown surface for a moment, and to me, it looks as if the parents in this kitchen have maybe dumped a few plates in there, or bowls perhaps. And
plates or bowls, Bryan?
I mean, I don't think we need to get specific because we can't see below the surface. It could be plates, it could be bowls. My personal take is that I think maybe it's been someone's birthday and they've had a chocolate cake and they've dropped the plates or bowls in there. What I would suggest, no.
Could I just ask, I'm curious actually about...
Why are you interrupting me?
Well, technically I did start. Michael asked for my take first. and you interrupted me.
No, I didn't.
You interrupted me as I was about to outline my
You
solution.
were taking your sweet time about it, though, weren't you?
Hang on a moment.
Gary, just if you can.
My personal take, or if you're watching Craig or listening, I think that you need to invest in some washing up liquid. You need to.
I think invest is putting it, quite strongly.
If you would let me finish, all right?
Okay.
Can I? So what you need to do, Craig, is focus on getting rid of this brown water. Focus on cleaning it. That's objective number one. Whatever's in there, chocolate residue from a cake or, I think it's important to deal with it head on, hygienically.
So you would advise the use of washing up liquid for Craig?
Look, my take is...
Bearing in mind, this is a young man who has never tackled a washing up bowl before. I mean, I'm hardly sure he even knows what washing up liquid is.
I know that, Michael, but...
You're confident that he'd be able to use it then?
My personal take, now would be a better time than ever to learn, wouldn't it? All it takes is a quick squirt of liquid into the bowl, Let's just focus, Craig, on getting the water clear and clean.
Which one, though? Clean or clear? Just for clarity, Brian.
I don't think you're being very clear,
all right.
Bryan.
Listen, Craig, if you want a nice, easygoing, hygienic introduction to washing up, if you want to feel the nourishing feeling of foamy detergent on your hands, scientifically tested, of course.
Why would you need to bring that up? Of course it's scientifically tested. Or are you saying...
I'm saying that if he's worried about being affected by the chemicals, he needn't be,
So he might have an apprehension that washing up liquid isn't scientifically tested.
Gary, if you can just wait for now, okay? Continue, Brian.
Anyway, I've forgotten what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So if you're watching Craig, just look out for that washing up bottle, all right? It's bound to be somewhere in your kitchen.
I think you're presuming a lot there, Brian.
I'm hardly presuming.
Well, they could be a washing machine family. They might not even have a sink.
Well,
he did confirm that up to now, his family had been using a washing up service robot to do their washing up.
Well,
so, a lot of those robots function on washing up tabs. And,
that's right, tabs.
It may well be that they don't actually have any washing up liquid in the house.
So he is presuming.
How am I presuming?
You're massively presuming.
Look, just let
Gary,
me...
if you can please just...
okay, can I? So, ideally, you want to put the washing up liquid round about here.
Where the arrows are.
Yeah, give it a good squirt. And I call this the 3 prongs. Give it a go, Craig, and the water is going to be in a much better position than how you found it.
3 prongs? Is that an established washing up technique?
That's right, and trust me, it's pretty effective. It'll get the job done.
So you would prioritise washing up liquid above everything?
Categorically so, Michael. Get some suds in that bowl. Craig will be good to go.
Okay. Well, Gary, like you said, not always easy to come up with a solution straight away. How about now, then? How would you approach this situation?
Well, like I've said, it's not up to me, But if Craig's going to take my advice, he needs to dive right in.
When you say dive in, maybe elaborate on what you mean there.
Well, if I can just this space here, I think this is where he needs to, go in for the kill.
Go in for the kill? Just clarify that statement, Gary.
Well, like I say, he shouldn't be afraid. Water is water.
Water is water. But do bear in mind that Craig has never once before attempted the washing up. So he is venturing into uncharted territory.
And this is something that I think I can relate to, actually.
You mean you took a while to learn how to do the washing?
No, when I was younger, I remember the first time my dad got me to change the tyre on my bike, it was a little nerve-wracking, to be fair.
Okay. Why is that? Were you worried about sustaining a callus?
No, I think I was worried because I'd never changed a tyre. Like I say, with changing bike tyres, you're dealing with grease and rubber and, let's not forget all the debris that your tyre's gone over on the road. So, I was a little nervous at the start, but once I got into
nervous about a bike tyre? Wow.
Sorry. When you're only 10, which was what I was at the time. Anyway, look, what I would also say is, has Craig said anything about what's on his wrist? Is he wearing a watch?
He hasn't said anything about wearing a watch.
Okay. Has he said anything about wearing any wristbands or anything are wristbands the type of thing that, I've never worn a wristband. So Are they fashioned from the type of material that can be adversely affected by water?
I'm afraid I can't clarify that for you, Gary. If Craig was able to contact us at this moment to confirm, then we would know.
Well, I would suggest that Craig should really make sure that his arms and wrists are entirely free of any. Is accessories the right word? Is a watch an accessory?
Let's say, for argument's sake, that it is.
All right, then. Well, like I say, get your arms and wrists accessory free. If he's got a long-sleeved shirt or jumper, try and pull that up, preferably to about the point of his elbow. I think, just coming from my experience, the point of the elbow is kind of the sweet spot when it comes to rolling your sleeves up. I'd definitely say so.
And you think that he should have nothing to fear from the water, because Bryan's brought up this issue of hygiene, and you haven't really addressed...
Look, like I said, we're all scared of doing something if we've never done it before. Just last week, actually, I went out with my wife to a charity dinner for stray dogs. They served us a lovely meal, actually. Lovely roast chicken. And the dress code that they'd specified was black tie. When I put on the suit I'd chosen, which I thought fit their description, my wife comes to me and she says, "I think that looks more like navy blue, Gary." And, it made me a little apprehensive at first, to be fair. But I thought, no, I'll be fine. And you know what? No one at the dinner even batted an eyelid. My wife still told me afterwards that she thought it was navy blue. Just she wasn't having it. So that's what I think Craig needs to do. Now, of course, if he still wants to take a bit of a precaution, he could try putting on a pair of rubber gloves.
Rubber gloves. Okay.
Not even a pair. In fact, he could just try on the one glove on, whichever's his strongest hand. And, the thing about
it's
a
not
rubber
very
glove...
empowering what you're suggesting, Gary.
Sorry?
Just tell the kid to put his hand in and ignore the dirty water.
Well, if I can
and leave it for someone else to clean up,
He is 20, Bryan, so not exactly a kid. I mean, I know we're living in slightly different times now. I mean, I'm sure you read the most recent statistics about teenage literacy levels.
Crikey, yeah.
So I think we do need to take that into consideration. And
my personal take, I think it's time to empower our young people and young adults, help them, to take ownership of their environments. It's time to get stuck into a murky bowl of water and not allow a robot to sort it for you.
I think the messaging you are promoting is, quite frankly, quite dangerous.
So, how's it dangerous?
Quite frankly, if you're making him think about germs, if you're putting that thought in his head, he's going to be thinking about germs everywhere.
Everywhere.
He'll be thinking about germs in his room. He'll be thinking about germs in his bed. He'll be thinking about germs in the shower or his wardrobe. And he'll be thinking about just, dousing the lot of it with washing up liquid.
It says on the label, apply to kitchenware. It's even got pictures on the bottle of plates and cutlery.
Well, what if what if Craig can't interpret those images? And what if he doesn't know what kitchenware is?
Well, I'm sure he can read. He managed to send this message into us tonight.
Well, he could have just, spoken into his phone and asked AI to compose the message for him. Like I say...
Guys, if I can just interrupt.
I don't know what I'd think of someone who doesn't even think I can compose a couple of sentences.
Well, Michael asked for my take, my solution. So
we're meant to be, empowering
taking into account what Michael brought up about low literacy rates.
Well,
and,
even beyond that.
It's pretty clear to me that a rubber glove is, much easier to navigate than a bottle
What I'm trying to tell you is that I'm trying to empower our young people. I'm trying to empower Craig. I'm not just, telling him to just forget about the washing up and leave it for his parents. I'm actually...
Well, the way I see
this is why, from day one, I made the conscious decision at my company to employ humans and turn away from robots and AI.
All right, calm down, Mr. High and Mighty.
Because unlike you, I believe in society's empowerment.
Empower them with what? Your 3 prongs? Or whatever you call it.
Yeah, it's more
prongs
than you...
don't even come in 3s; they come in 2s.
Well, at least I've given him a solution. It's more than you've done.
I've never heard of a prong made of 3.
At least I'm giving him prongs. All you've given him is anecdotes about espressos and your navy blue suits.
Sounds to me like you're trying to make him approach.
Gary, can I just? We've just received some correspondence from at Craig number 5.
Okay.
He says, "Hi guys, I've been listening to the show." Then a few exclamation marks. And he continues, "And I have to say that it's washing up liquid for me."
Nice one, Craig.
He continues, Gary was putting me to sleep with his opinion. I don't know why you've got him on. I know we're meant to value real, authentic human beings over artificial intelligence, but TBH, I'd rather have a conversation with that AI talking lemon app that went viral than to have to keep listening to him drone on. Wow, he sounds so boring. And then he uses words not fit for this particular hour of programming.
Well,
if I can summarize the colorful language, well, he doesn't like the sound of your voice or your boring analogies. Clearly not a fan of your navy blue suit story.
what's wrong with the navy blue suit
And
story?
then he's put a little thumbs up emoji next to a bottle emoji. So
Better look next time round, Gary.
So Gary, disappointed, I imagine, might be the best way to describe how you're feeling.
I think that puts the nail on the head, Michael. Quite frankly, yeah, it hits the nail on the head. So, yeah.
Unless you're wearing a rubber glove.
What did you say?
I'm just saying, how good are you at hitting the nail on the head with one of your rubber gloves?
How good are you at washing out your mouth with that washing up liquid?
Actually, just hold that thought. We've just got a new message in from Craig just now.
Okay.
He said, what's up with this bottle of liquid? My hands are feeling a little scratchy. I'm worried that my eczema is reacting to the chemicals.
What does he mean reacting?
He continues, I thought this stuff was meant to be scientifically tested. I'm in agony now.
It is scientifically tested. You know, I don't know what he's getting at.
His next message is, well, it's not very well spelled, it's got some rather crude words in it. Looks like what he can dish out to Gary, he can dish out even worse to you, Bryan.
He never said he had eczema. Why on earth didn't he?
Well, thanks for being with us tonight. Unfortunately, not the result that Craig was looking for there.
I can assure you that my washing up products are all scientifically
Join us tomorrow
tested.
for Bridges biochemical products are scientifically tested, you mean?
Right, Bridges. Of course, I'm not Bridges. You know, I'm Bryan.
I sense a lawsuit incoming, Bryan.